Hi, so today I wanted to share with you a look at my trimmed down Travelers Company notebooks. It's the standard trimmed down to A6, and so I just want to show a comparison side by side so you can see that difference and share with you my my tool that I use to trim down my notebooks and my planners and different things like that. I've shared how I trim them down in the past, or I talk about that, and today I want to show you what that is that I use in case that's something you're looking for, and again the little comparison. So I'm Tammy Inman and this is A Peach Life, and let's get started. Okay, so right out the gate, let me get a little color. I brought the colors here so that they can stand out a little bit better. So in order to make the A6 cover, I just trimmed down a standard size, and I used the kit. Do I have one of the kits? Yes. One of the Traveler's Notebook repair kits to add on a new of the little metal medallion type things, the clamps, they're clamps. And to also change my elastic color to that, to a blue. Okay, so let me show you. So this is an A6 size, and sometimes I will trim down the standard inserts. Some of my inserts are the Midori Slim. I like the grid, and so those work out perfectly in here. You could trim down all of the standard items. This is a trimmed down standard watercolor notebook that is Traveler's Company, and so that fits in here. This little cover that I'm utilizing in here, this front and back cover, this cover right here, this is the Midori A6. If I said A5 earlier, I apologize. Midori A6 cover for the Midori, the thicker notebooks, the standard A6 notebooks, and that's a cover for that. So I utilize that cover in here because it has the top and bottom is closed, and so it holds things a little better than things falling out. This is just a little Hobonichi pocket thing. And then I have in here a clear cover, and then that is just wrapped around my insert, which is on the main elastic. And then I added another booklet back here, which I just shared is the standard size Traveler's Company watercolor paper. You can add in another cover here, and it will have plenty of space. And for closing with this particular Midori cover, this is the paper cover. They also have it in leather. I have not utilized that one. And then I do the little pocket on the back, and you can slide a notebook back there, and that holds that quite well. Most of my notebooks, put that back through there. There we go. Most of my notebooks I do utilize, I had pulled on that. You can see, you just put that back in, it's nice. And when I did that, I added this bookmark slip instead of the standard one that it comes with automatically. I added this Midori little bookmark into here, so when I close that up, since I was doing the elastic and trimming it down, it was the perfect time to switch that. So I like to use the back pocket, and I do use the smaller elastic, and I'll show you how. Also, sometimes when something's large, I might angle cut that just so the elastic doesn't dig into it. Some people will punch a little circle. I just like to take my scissor right at the corner and do a quick little snip before I put it in. So I will show you a little closer look. And then on my cover here, these are my little calendar pieces, And so those are really cute to cut out and after the date and use those in my art journal. So I love that. Another way to utilize the little daily sheets on the calendar. Okay, so I'll show you. I trimmed from the top on mine. So when you look at the back, I wanted to keep all the traveler's notebook writing on the back. So when you do that, it doesn't quite, you're not quite centered, and I'm fine with that. If I wanted to trim off both the bottom and top, then you can have that centered, but it's not really necessary. You can see that when you put your things on, it tends to go right there. You can also switch it this direction, like I had it earlier, which also holds your notebook really nicely closed. Then you don't have to worry about if you don't like it a little bit higher up. So this is the Starbucks Reserve cover. I had just sold my brown one for a good little price in my group. So a lot of times I just put the items right in my group before my A Peach Life Macari spot. Unless it's something that I think maybe group members may not be interested, then I'll just throw it over to my Macari. But if it's in my group, it's a little bit better discounted, and I always offer free shipping for my group members. So there's the look at this one, and I'm going to, I like for the black wing also, I like to turn the elastic that way. I think it looks, I mean, you can have it this way and it goes across. I just really like the look. I also have another little giveaway, and I'm going to share that in a minute. So, and I shared that in my other little booklets. This is a little test sheet for Van Gogh paints. And then you can see here how I did that little, so I'm utilizing the smaller elastic. So I just did a little trim on each of those corners. So now it sets in that elastic better. So when I pop that in, it won't dig in and rip that. So I can keep those with me. And then my watercolor booklet, I just pop that in the back also, which is really great. So I'm not using this one much because I really want to start using my watercolor this direction. I feel like I will get more use or more how I create that way. Okay, so this is about the A6. So my two favorites are my Passport that I use like the most for on the go in the Starbucks Reserve, and then my A6 one. That's why I sold off my little light brown one, because I don't really use it, and if someone else could utilize it, then that's wonderful. Okay, same with, let me go down here for a second. Same with my coffee little one. It's Ace Hotel, and I have my things going this direction. And I just feel like I enjoy writing that direction a little bit more, jotting my things down. It just fits really comfortable. So more of my little calendar pieces. I'm telling you, I use these so much. It's so good to cut them out and use them for decorative. Okay, so that's my little creative one. Let's see here. And this was the color of my other reserve that I'd sold. So this one's for my paints. Oh, here we go. Here's the two colors. This is the new green, which it doesn't ever look green to me. It looks like a really neat brownish color. So this is my other one that I had trimmed down, and I added the blue elastic to that. And then I know people use that little clear folder for so many really cute purposes. I found that I trimmed mine down, and this is the clear Midori cover for just the regular A6 notebooks. And so it fits. This is just a Midori notebook. So this is the clear cover, and this is the paper cover that I showed you. And then I added my little decorative stickers. And then in here, that's just a little dot of glue in each corner that holds that down, so I can remove it if I want. I have removed it and just took a little nail file and sanded that off. I've removed it and put a different one on. So I'm not like too super, I'd like to just use my items instead of saving them. Okay. So I like this one this way. So that's what I use that cover for. I just cut it, tucked it inside the cover, and now it has a really good, cute purpose for me, I feel like. And then this is the Travelers Company file folder, and that has just been trimmed down. Just the top trimmed off to A6 size height. And then same with the little pocket. Same with the little corner, how I just take a little trim, and then that way I can add it to the small elastic. I like to be able to utilize both of the elastics. Okay, so that is my A6 one. I'm going to share with you the trimmer and then share with you the little giveaway. Let me show one more little thing that I just love. So in the passport, oh, this one doesn't have it. So in the passport, that the little folder, sticker folder, the same one that goes in, sorry, the larger notebooks. The larger notebooks. I take that same one and stick it in this passports, but I just trim off the top. So it's the same one as here. And I like, you get a little wider top, so that's really good. You can also, this is my new watercolor book. This one's for my paints, so that works out perfect. And then in here, I had brought that with me. I have a little small one of my paints. These are the Van Gogh watercolors. I love them so much. So then I know what colors I have, what I need to replace. So that's my little swatch sheet for my passport. This is an old Foxy Fix clear cover. Okay. And this holds like the art toolkit little palette in both spots. It's really great. And I can also slip on the pin loop to add a travel water brush. Super cute. Okay, so you can kind of see that difference between the passport. It's just like the middle sort of Goldilocks size, I guess you could say. I have a little light coming in now. I have a really large window here in my creative space, and I also have 2 overhead skylights, so I have to really be careful the time of day that I do my video. And let me show that. Just try to give you guys the different angles so you can get a good perspective of that. Isn't that so cute? Obviously this is going to match up on the sides and the bottom, just not the top. They're so perfect. I feel like I wish Travelers Company just made that size. That would be so wonderful. Okay. So I think let me just show you, in my last video I had shared that I give a little closer look in here. So again, here I did the little glue on the corner so I can utilize that. This was I wish I remembered the name of it. Oh, it says it on here. Is that H-I-T-O-T-O-K-I? A little notebook. And I had gotten that from online at Yoseka. And it came with a little notebook inside. Really nice, just a little plain notebook. But it was a little bit wider, so it holds. I'll pop out so you can see what's going on here. And I'll come in a little bit more. But you can see, this is it. I did the little circle punch on the corners, and then I just added in these. It has a cute little pocket. So that's it. I just pop that in there. And then to the back, I put this one. But it can actually hold 3 notebooks like really comfortably. And because it has that top and bottom, it doesn't like fall out. And then my main one, which I talked about, this is the, sorry for that light coming in, kind of funny. But this is the new passport for this 6 months, July through December. And then at the back, I added in my, let's see, my monthly. I just started using this again to take with me on little trips. But I just popped the cover off the other one and ran a little glue down the edge and then popped it in here and glued it. So it's lovely. It's all in one little booklet, which I love. Okay, where's my little center? So I want to mark here on this week. And then for the month, run that down there. And then I'll show you, do I have another little insert nearby? Yeah, you could easily just tuck that in also. And then you can see, whoops, pop that down and that down. Well, it does merge out a little when you have an additional one. But for this direction, wow, does it hold it nicely without them sliding about. Oh, I know what it was. I will tuck it back in here, which is like so good. And then when you do the clip, wow, it really holds it nice. Yeah, and then that is so good. Wow, it really held that really good there. Okay, so like that. It still has a little, for me, a little pop out. But this is how I utilize it, like this. And then it's like perfection. No pop out. Okay. Wow, that glare is strong and that light coming in. Okay, so I'm going to share real quick the little giveaway. I almost want to rethink with that little crazy lighting. I'll see if I can't edit that. Okay, that was the A6 trim down. I'll share with you the trimmer here in just a second. But on my last video, I did a little giveaway and I added in issue 18, and then I saw I had a double of issue 17. So I thought, let me do this. And then in my last video, I also shared this little booklet that I had got at the Stationery Fest. And I feel like it's good for anyone, but it's really good for a beginner, sort of the information that it had. So I'm going to include that. And I thought a nice little tee to create with, and a little of the washi tape that I got. And then my little favorite clips, which are from the Starbucks Reserve coffees. I added these little Traveler's Notebook stickers, but this is a plain one which would be really great to get you started art journaling or sketching or however in this. And then I added the little Travelers Company sticker to this one. And this is January through June, which would be fun to do a little creative journaling in, or some photos, a little memory keeping for the beginning half of the year. And, or what do they call that, little art journal, scrapbooking, or however. That might be really cute to put the pictures you've taken throughout the year and a little creating in there. A good way to use the booklet for the beginning half of the year now that we're in the second half. Okay, so this is my little thing. So if you are in my A Peach Life group, this will be my little giveaway for this week, and a lot of little stuff to get you started if you are new with Travelers Company or art journaling or what have you. And of course, to make a little special Carol K-Pack tea for while you're creating would be a perfect little thing. So I'm going to try when I mail this out to get an envelope that it all fits in, because I really don't want to fold, especially this. That would be a little crazy, but okay, so that would be the giveaway in my group. So if you're in the group, you can comment on that and I ship out like immediately. All right, so that is my look at those, guys. And I will now share with you a quick look. I'm going to take the phone off of the little display holder so that you can take a look at the trimmer I have and see if it's something for you. But it's a little bit large, so I like roll it under my desk. But let's take a look at that together. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, and this is it. It is fairly a good size. I built this little piece of wood with the wheels on it, so I could roll it and put it under my desk. I'm trying to find my thing so I can kind of share with you about how big it is. It's about 20 inches long by maybe 13 or 14. Okay, let me show here. So that's what it is. And it does let me hop down here. Okay, so it does like a full trim, and I'll show you. So when you do that cut, you're opening this up, and then you would put like whatever notebook or folder, and you just really, give you a little example. You really just mark it in place, and then when you put this down, let me take that little clamp off. When you put that down, you'll see it will hold it in place really good and snug. I'm not gonna trim this one. Let's see here. But maybe I'll give you a look. It's really nice, but the blade comes down all at once. So it gives you a nice pressured cut. And then I got mine directly from the website from this company, but you can also get them on Amazon. So it just kind of depends on what special they're having or what shipping cost or things like that, because it will vary. So that is the look at my trimmer. Sorry. I'm trying to move all the little stuff up here. That is what I use to trim my A6 covers, trim my notebooks down, and it can trim really thick notebooks. It can handle the Midori notebooks, the full thickness, the Hobonichi, the full thickness. There's pretty much not a notebook that I haven't trimmed down utilizing it. So that's probably an upcoming video showing actually trimmed down and what they look like. But that's what I use. So I hope that helps. I hope this gave you some ideas. And if you have any questions, I answer them all. And thank you guys for joining me as always.